Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So, this is the worksheet that we are supposed to solve, and this is what you were supposed to do in the holidays. So, let's try to write the answers. What do you think should be the answers? If you know the answers, you may raise your hands and you may type it. All right, and we'll check the answers. So, let's see what uh, the sentences are. This is one of the compulsory questions which you have in the board exams. And the first one over here. पहले बात को तोलो फिर मुंह से बोलो. Now, obviously, these kind of sentences are usually idioms or sayings or proverbs which you are not supposed to translate, but you need to find out the English idiom for these kind of phrases and proverbs. Now, if you translate it, it's going to become quite funny. First, wait your uh, talk or your conversation, and then utter it with your mouth or say it with your mouth. You cannot obviously translate the words over here. You need to write the English idiom for it. All right. So let's try to translate this. Uh, you can also say think before you. Sorry, before you speak. Okay, that seems to be. mm, you know, not the exact translation, obviously, but an English version of the phrase written over here. The next one, वो अपने जराइम का एतराफ़ कर चुके हैं. Okay. Now, this sentence over here, वो अपने जराइम का एतराफ़ कर चुके हैं. Now, you need to see which tense is this, because here, we are very much concerned about the tense as well. If the tense of the sentence is wrong, then um, even though the translation of the words is right, you might not get full marks for it, because now kar chuke hain, it shows that this is something. This is a sentence belonging to present perfect. Am I right? So how will you translate it? They have confessed. Okay, they have confessed to their crimes. Well, if you have a better translation, you may please help me. They have confessed to their crimes seems somewhat translation. They have confessed. So there you have, in the present perfect, you always write as or have after the subject, and then comes the third form of the verb. So they have confessed to their crimes. All right. Let's move on to the third one. Here we go. मैंने मेहनत की ताकि मैं स्कूल में अव्वल आऊं. No, it's really very important to see whether the sentence is a conditional sentence, a sentence which requires you to be careful with the tense of the sentence, or a sentence that is an idiom or a phrase. So in this one, well, it's not exactly a kind of conditional sentence, but you need to be very careful with the translation of such sentences. Now here, mm, the first part of the sentence, if you see मैंने मेहनत की, like the beginning, if you see this one, मैंने मेहनत की, this part of the sentence basically is showing you that this is a simple past, you see. So you are going to write, I worked hard. All right. I worked hard. मैंने मेहनत की. This is what you translate. Now this is, see, a very simple sentence, simply simple past. And then ताकि मैं स्कूल में अव्वल आऊँ. I worked hard to. Now here, to secure, or make it, if you want to make it easy, you can also write to get first position in school. I worked hard to get first position in school, or you may also write I get in the school. All right, I worked hard to secure first position in the school, to get first position in the school. I worked hard so that I get first position in the school, and so on. So this is more or less, to some extent, I tried to translate the sentence as well. Now let's move on to the next one. Seems a bit odd there, uh, though quite commonly used in Urdu. So this sentence is usually used in Urdu. Uh, Now see, and it's a question. It's a question. Kis din, that means when, you can say. When was the moon sighted for Eid? Now you don't say Eid moon usually in English. So let's say, when was the moon sighted for Eid? उसने कहा कि वो अक्सर लाहौर जाता रहता है. उसने कहा, this part of the sentence can be, uh, he said, and now it's not, you know, writing is as direct speech. So I'll try to, you know, translate it in the similar way. It is written as in direct speech. In Urdu, you write K when it's indirect usually. उसने कहा कि, he said that he usually visits Lahore or goes to Lahore, whatever you want to write. He usually goes to Lahore. All right. This is what, uh, you know seems appropriate here. हमने बाहर जाने का इरादा कर लिया है. Now see, कर लिया है, again this sentence over here, कर लिया है. Now कर लिया है is basically, uh, signifies that it is present perfect. Okay. हमने, so we have decided to. Now go bahir in the sense of here means abroad, so you can write abroad as well. A B or very abroad. Okay, you have decided to go abroad, or if it's talking about out of your house or somewhere, or in the sense, as a general, uh, in very general sense, you can also write outside. Doesn't matter. We have decided to go abroad, or we have decided to go outside. We have decided to go out. Okay, in fact, out seems, better than outside. We have decided to go out, we have decided to go outside, or we have decided to go abroad. All right. So, okay, now see again this one, बड़े लोगों की खुशामद मत करो. Okay, it's an order. This is an order. So instead of going for the tenses, you need to see that, um how you would translate this sentence now. So, you know, let's write. Do not push Shamal. You can say flatter. Do not flatter. Now, when you translate bade logo, like bade logo, obviously it doesn't mean aged people. Obviously, it means people of high status, wealthy people, the elite class. So you can write elite class. Do not flatter the elite class, or well, we also use high class sometimes. All right. If you have any better word, you can let me know. This is what I find to be appropriate. All right. खुदा आपको कामयाबी से हमकिनार करे. Okay. So here, well, there can be खुदा आपको it's a prayer. So may, it's usually prayers start with may Allah bestow you with uh, success. Okay, may Allah bestow you with success. ईमानदारी बेहतरीन हिकमत अमली है. Now in English you have a famous proverb for this one. Honesty is the best policy. You know, this is quite famous. This I here, yes. Honesty is the best policy. हमें दिलो जान से अपने वतन की खिदमत करनी चाहिए. Very well, yes, and we should. So we करनी चाहिए. Whenever you have this word चाहिए, that means you usually use should in the translation. Khidmat is serve. We should serve uh, apne watan, so our country. Just try to get the structures, and obviously you can translate the words, but you need to make sure that the structures are correct. We should serve our country. Dilo Jan in English you say heart and soul. All right, so we should serve our country with heart and soul. Well, this is the translation of the sentences. Now, so all right, children, these are the 10 sentences we have tried to translate, and we'll try to do the remaining worksheet tomorrow. All right.